So this is actually a super fast one. So when you want to finish more rounds quickly, and it's nice to, I feel good to do it with Srila Prabhupada's, chants. Sometimes I prefer doing it alone also. But it's like, yena kena prakarena mana Krishna niveshaya. Somehow or the other, you should try to keep Krishna in mind, whatever it takes to do that. So today, I would like to extend a warm welcome to Anjali Mataji, Ruma Mataji, and Jalpa Mataji who have joined. We have election votings going on, so I was wondering, how it's going to be. Here in Coimbatore, it is happening tomorrow. So we have a holiday tomorrow and all that for voting. And tomorrow is also Ekadashi, so I'm so happy that it's a holiday tomorrow, so I can just be at home. I don't need to work tomorrow. Probably just chant more rounds. I don't know whether to try a Nirjal because it's a holiday. I'm thinking that maybe I'll try a Nirjal, and if I get a headache, I will take some fruits. So let's see how it works out. Krishna willing, we should do it nicely. Are you able to see my screen? So we can continue with we'll begin with Arjuna's prayers. I have kind of just put the prayers in the beginning so that we can look at the beautiful prayers which Arjuna presents after seeing the universal form of the Lord. So we will be starting from there. Am I audible? And can you see the screen?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Mataji. So before we start paying humble obeisances to the beautiful deities of Shri Shri Radha Govinda Temple ISKCON Mangaluru and to Srila Prabhupada, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, the founder Acharya of ISKCON, his disciple, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, his disciple Temple President, His Grace Nam Shraddhas Prabhu, and my Guru Aishwarya Mataji. नमः ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामने नमस्ते सारस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारणे ओम अज्ञान तिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानांजन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स स्वपदान्तिकम् वन्देऽहं श्री गुरु श्री युतपद कमलं श्री गुरुं वैष्णवं च श्री रूपं सागरजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्णा पादन सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगे राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीपादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्णा हरे 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 रामा राम रामा हरे हरे. So we have already looked at the first two sections. This is chapter 10 revision actually. So let's look at the chapter 11, how far we have come. And we had looked at the connection between chapter 10 and chapter 11, where Krishna says at the end of chapter 10 that I pervade the whole universe with just a small fragment of myself, And then Arjuna wishes to see the whole universal form, the all-pervasive form. And although Krishna is driving Arjuna's chariot, he pervades and supports the entire universe. It's very difficult to understand sometimes that you can see Krishna as a person in front of you, but at the same time, he's pervading all the universe. And then in chapter 11, Arjuna's request is there, followed by Krishna's description and Sanjaya's description of the universal form. We already saw the Kalosmi verse and how Krishna says, become my instrument. And then now we are looking at Arjuna's prayers. Okay, I think I have started it from the beginning instead of the middle. So all this we have actually finished. I think I put from the beginning instead of from the class where we left off. So then we have this beautiful descriptions, Kalosmi verses, and all this we finished last class. Yeah, this was where we were supposed to be. Yeah, let's quickly go through these beautiful Arjuna's prayers. Let's begin with 11.36. 136 is Arjuna Uvacha Sthane Rishikesha Sthane Rishikesha Tava Prakirtya Jagat Prahishyatyanurajyate Cha Rakshansi Bhitani Disho Dravanti Sarve Namasyanti Cha Siddha Sangha. So Arjuna Uvacha, Arjuna said, Sthane, rightly, Rishikesha, O master of senses. I've put the translation also. I thought we'll do the prayers nicely. Tava is yours. Prakirtya, by the glories. Jagat, the entire world. Prahishyati is rejoicing. Anurajyate is become attached. Cha and Rakshamsi, the demons. Bhitani, out of fear. Disha, in all directions. Dravanti are fearing. The demons are fearing away from Krishna. They are also scared of the Lord. Sarve, all Namasyanti are offering respects. Cha, also Siddha Sangha. The perfect human beings are also offering their respectful obeisances to this universal form. So Arjuna is saying here, O master senses, Rishi Kesha, Sane Rishi Kesha, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to Krishna's name. Once you get the taste of the beauty of it, once you get the taste, you just want to keep on saying it and make sure you don't leave it even for a moment. And thus everyone becomes attached to Krishna, the Lord of the universe. Although the perfect beings offer you respectful homage, the demons are afraid and they flee here and there. And Arjuna says, and all this is rightly done. So you can see Arjuna's attitude, right? He is Krishna's treatment of the devotees and the atheists here. The demons, atheists are referred to as demons. So the devotees who accept Krishna, the atheists who don't accept him, both are how Krishna treats them in this verse. In how Arjuna is actually praising Krishna. He's saying that in all cases, a devotee, he will glorify the Lord because he knows that whatever the Lord does is good for all. That is a complete acceptance and surrender which comes at a point when you stop looking and complaining and grumbling about why is this like this, why is, because you just know that what is happening is rightly done by Krishna for the benefit of whatever the person is. For example, the other day I was looking at I was I was having a conversation with a colleague, and he was saying like, I don't like God over whoever he is because he's so cruel. How can they be so suffering all around? And so I was looking at some videos of some great devotees who were explaining this, why is there suffering in the world, and is Krishna actually cruel? And then there was the whole description again by that Mataji, whose video I had sent from Ramayana. She has explained, Keshav Prabhu has explained, they have all explained how it's like a mother who punishes a child. Like suppose the child wants to put his hand into a fan, which is a table fan, and the mother knows that he will be badly bruised. So what does the mother do? She's going to reduce the speed of the fan, and when she knows that it's not going to hurt the child very badly, she's going to say, okay, touch the fan. And then when the child puts his hand, even that mildly, the fans as rotating, and it hurts him, and he knows that okay, so slow it's going and it is already hurting me, surely it's going to hurt me if it's going to go faster. So we have these different instances where the parent actually allows the child to go through a little trouble to understand how troublesome it will be. Similarly, this whole world and these karma and all are designed to make us realize that this is not actually the place for us and we need to go back. And if it was all comfortable and we had no suffering, we would never call out to the Lord. We would never try to reach out to that unknown force which we can experience, especially in the troubled times, in times of difficulty. Even Kunti Mata, she actually says that give me troubled times frequently, because that is when I'm actually able to reach out to you. That is when I remember you most. So that's a highly devotees a very highly elevated devotees perspective, which is difficult for us who we are like always saying, oh God, don't give me too much difficulty, like don't give me difficulty. We just are seeking comfort. But once you become a pure devotee, you accept that whatever he does is rightly done. So in this verse, in this prayer, we can see Arjuna accepting that whatever is happening, the demons are fleeing away, all the devotees are praying joyfully, and they are offering their prayers to you, their respectful homages to you. And then he says, this is all rightly done. So he's just accepting. Krishna knows what is best for everyone, and whatever he's doing is ultimately good for all. And then in 11.37, Arjuna says, कस्माच्च मेरन्महात्मन् गरीयसे ब्रह्मणोऽप्यादिकर्त्रे अनन्तदेवेश जगन्निवासा त्वमक्षरं सदसत्तत्परं यत्. So kasmat, why? Cha, also, they unto you, na, not, nameran, they should offer proper obeisances. Why should they not do that? Why should they not offer obeisances? Mahatman, O great one, Gariyase, who are better Brahmana than Brahma, Api, although Adhikarte, to the Supreme Creator. Why would they not offer? Ananta, O limited, because you are unlimited, O unlimited, Devesha, you are the God of gods, Jagat Nivasa, you are the refuge of the universe. Tvam, you are Aksharam, imperishable, Sat Asat, to cause and effect, Tat Param, transcendental, yet because. So because you are all these things, why would they not, everybody, why would they not offer obeisances to you? I just want to share one more instance which happened just today afternoon. It's very hot in Coimbatore, and as I was walking with my colleague, we were walking down, and the sun was beating. It was so hot, and then as soon as we saw a tree, we quickly walked under the tree. It was suddenly so cool, such a huge difference. And then I was reminded of this beautiful song which those twin brothers sing. That just as you walk in this hot sun, and the moment you come under the tree, it's so cool, and you feel such a huge relief. Similarly, when you're going through this very difficult world which has got all its sufferings and you see it all around, the moment you take to Krishna consciousness and the moments when you remember Krishna and you chant his name, everything becomes so pleasing. Suddenly, it's like suddenly you come under the under shade, under the protection. You just need to keep the name of the Lord on your tongue and his anything about him, his names, forms, qualities, or pastimes in your mind, and suddenly everything becomes so, so doable. You can just go through it, when you have that shade of the Lord's loving, the power that he gives to his name, form, and his thoughts, his remembrance, it's there with you. So that was one analogy I was thinking of. So in this verse, we can see Arjuna saying, "Oh, great one, greater even than Brahma, you are the original creator. Why then should they not offer their respectful obeisance unto you? O limitless one, God of gods, refuge of the universe, you are the invincible source. You are the cause of all causes. You are transcendental to this material manifestation." So here, Aksharam, the word is very important. It is because this material creation is subject to destruction, but the Lord is above this creation. He is the cause of causes, and being so, he is actually superior to all. There's no one who is equal to Krishna. All the conditioned souls within the material nature, as well as the whole material cosmic manifestation itself, he is superior to everything, and he is therefore the all great, the supreme. So, in 11.38, Arjuna continues to pray, saying, त्वमादिदेवः पुरुषः पुराणः त्वमस्य विश्वस्य परन्निधानम् वेत्तासि वेद्यं च परं च धाम त्वया ततं विश्वमनन्तरूपा. Tvam, you, Adideva, the original Supreme Lord, Purusha, personality. You are the original Supreme Lord. Purana, you are old. Old in the sense that there's no old actually for Krishna, he's ever there. Tvam, you, Asya, this Vishwasya, universe, Param, transcendental. Nidhanam, refuge. Veta, you are the knower. Asi, you are Vedyam, the knowable. Cha, and Param, transcendental. Cha, and Dhama, you are the refuge. Dvaya, by you, pervaded. Vishwam, the whole universe. Ananta Rupam, O unlimited form. Ananta Rupa. So you are the original personality of Godhead. You are the oldest. You are the ultimate sanctuary of this manifested cosmic world. You are the knower of everything, O Krishna. You are all that is knowable. There's nothing more you need to know once you start knowing Krishna. You are the supreme refuge above all material modes. O limitless form, the whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you, and that too pervaded by you by just a small fraction of your magnificence. So in the purport, I've just taken a few lines. It says, everything is resting on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, he's the ultimate rest. There's nothing beyond that. Nidhanam means everything. Even Brahman effulgence rests on the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. He is a knower of everything that is happening in the world. And if knowledge has any end, Krishna is the end. He is a Vedanta. He is a final understanding that you can get after studying all the Vedas. So he is the end of all knowledge. And therefore, Krishna is known and knowable, the object of knowledge, because he's all pervading. He's a cause in the spiritual world. He is transcendental, and he's the chief personality of the transcendental world. So this is again a very glorifying prayer. And then Arjuna goes on to say in 11.39, वायुर्यमोऽग्निर्वरुणः शशाङ्कः प्रजापतिस्त्वं प्रपितामहश्च नमो नमस्तेऽस्तु सहस्रकृत्वः पुनश्च भूयोऽपि नमो नमस्ते. He's not able to stop paying obeisances, right? He's just going on. Arjuna says, you are air, you are the supreme controller, you are fire. So Vayu is air, Yama is controller, Agni is fire, Varuna water. And then Shashanka, the moon, Prajapati, Brahma, Tvam, you, Prapitamaha, the great grandfather also, Cha, Nama, my respects, again, Nama, again my respects, stay unto you, Astu, let there be, Sahasra Krita, 1,000 times I'm going on, praying to you, O Krishna, Punacha, again, Boya, again, Api also, offering my respects, Nama, Namaste, offering my respects, he's going on and on, again and again I'm doing it, I can't stop paying obeisances to you. So he says, you are air, you're the supreme controller, you're fire, you're water, all the elements I said, you're the moon, you're the Brahma, you're the first living creature, you're the great grandfather of everyone. I therefore offer my respectful obeisances unto you 1,000 times and again and again. So the Lord is addressed here as air, because air is very important, most important representation of all demigods, being all pervasive. Arjuna also addresses Krishna as great grandfather because he is father of Brahma, the first living creature in the universe. And the final verse which we can learn when we are learning up these prayers is 11.40. Arjuna says, Namaha purasta datha prishtataste namostute sarvata eva sarva अनन्तवीर्यामितविक्रमस्त्वं सर्वं समाप्नोषि ततोऽसि सर्वः. So again, now he's going to offer from all directions. He says, Nama, I'm offering my obeisances. Purastat, from the front. Atha, also. Prishthatas, Prishthatah, which means from behind also. Te, unto you. Nama astu, I offer my respects unto you. Te, Sarvata, from all sides. Eva, indeed, Sarva, because you are everything. Ananta Virya, your unlimited potency. Amita Vikrama, and your unlimited force also. Tvam, you, Sarvam, everything. Samapnosi, you cover. Tata, therefore, you are everything. So, obeisances to you from the front, from the behind, from all sides, O unbounded power. You are the master of limitless might. You are all pervading, and thus you are everything. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sa Mahatma Sudurlabha. The person who understands this, that the Lord is everything, is very difficult to find. It's very difficult to reach that state of mind when you can just accept that Vasudeva Sarvamiti. Everything is Krishna. So we can see here, out of loving ecstasy for Krishna, his friend Arjuna is offering his respects from all sides. He is accepting that he is the master of all potencies and all prowess, and far superior to all the great warriors assembled on the battlefield. I wonder, Ravi Prabhu hasn't joined yet. So the attendance link has to be shared. So we'll wait, otherwise I'll ask him on WhatsApp. So let's quickly just go through 11.35. Actually, Sanjaya, just before the prayer begins, Sanjaya says, O king, after hearing the words of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Arjuna trembled fearfully. And then he offered these prayers with folded hands, and he began falteringly and trying to speak as follows. And then in 11.36, we can see, O Rishikesha, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name. Everyone is attached to you. Although perfected beings offer you their homage, demons are afraid. This is rightly done. And so we have seen these prayers. So great one who stands above even Brahma, your original master. Why should therefore they not offer refuge? You are invincible. You are the original personality of Godhead, the only sanctuary. You know everything, and therefore the whole cosmic manifestation is pervaded by you. So we have seen after 11.40 how Arjuna is talking about Krishna with folded hands and with trembling voice. He is offering his prayers to you from 11.35 to 40. In 38, you are the ultimate rest. In 39, you are the essence of everything. And then in 40, I offer obeisances from all sides. Let's look at 41 and 42. Then we have actually Arjuna trying to say that forgive me. I didn't realize that you are so like you're supreme, you're everything. That to that extent I actually had not realized you. So he suddenly feels a little bit, that I have been taking you for granted. I didn't it didn't occur to me that how mighty you are. So he says, I have in the past addressed you as oh Krishna. So you can see actually that his relationship with Krishna is kind of having a fall from that friend, and then from a guru. He's suddenly having that the full of respect. Whereas the higher level the devotee reaches, the closer he has, the relationship actually becomes closer. So first we have Shanta, and then the Dasya, and then we have Vatsalya, and then the highest is the conjugal relationship. So then the relationship has right now he's like in total kind of the almost like a Dasya. His relationship is when he sees his mighty form. That's why Krishna, he tries to get the devotees, when they become so close to him, he makes them forget that he's so powerful in the whole universe. He likes to share a friendly relationship with his devotees, and he makes them forget when you're entering. You become so elevated that you enter his pastimes, and then he makes you forget, and then you can have the most blissful of relationships with the Lord himself, as Krishna. So Arjuna says, I have in the past addressed you as, oh Krishna, oh Yadava, oh my friend, and without knowing your glories, please forgive me whatever I may have done in madness or in love. I have dishonored you many times while relaxing, lying on the same bed, eating together. Just imagine how fortunate these Pandavas are, right? They actually had God with them, Krishna with them. They were eating together, sleeping together, sometimes alone, sometimes in front of many friends, and so please excuse me for all these offenses. And then he says, you are the father of this complete cosmic manifestation. No one is greater than you. I think this is a repeat, 43 and 44. Um, and then he says, after seeing this universal form, which I've never seen before, I'm gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Yeah, after this, the prayer has happened. So the Lord is being paid obeisances in all respects. He is of immeasurable greatness. No one can be greater than Krishna, because no one is equal or higher than him. And this is stated in Shweta Svatara Upanishad. न तस्य कार्यं करणं च विद्यते न तत्समश्चाभ्यधिकश्च दृश्यते. The Supreme Lord has senses and a body like the ordinary man, but for him there is no difference. It appears like he has a body, mind, he has senses when you look at Krishna. But actually the Krishna's, his senses, his body, his mind and everything is not differentiated. He's got a transcendental form. So foolish persons who do not perfectly know Krishna, they say that Krishna is different from his soul, his mind, his heart. Krishna is actually absolute. Therefore, his activities and potencies are supreme. It's also stated that he does not have senses like ours. Krishna can perform sensory activities through any part of his body. Therefore, his senses are never imperfect or limited. No one can be greater than him or equal to him, and everyone is therefore lower than him. So the knowledge, strength, and activities are all transcendental and absolute. Even in Bhagavad Gita in 4.9, we had already come across when we had seen the verse Janma karma cha me divyam evam yo veti tatvatah tyaktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti surjana. Whoever knows Krishna's transcendental body, absolute activities and perfection, once you know that, just you need to just know that, then after quitting his body, such a person returns to Krishna and doesn't come back again to this miserable world, this dukhalayam shashvatam, this temporary and miserable material world. He will not come back. Therefore, all you need to know is that Krishna's activities are different from others' activities. The best policy is to follow the principle of Krishna, and that will make you perfect. It's also stated that there is no one who is master, everyone is servant. So Chaitanya Charitamrita confirms that Ekale Ishvara Krishna Ara Sava Bhritya. Only Krishna is God and everybody else is actually serving him. So the word servant sometimes is very derogatory, but it's not like that. We are all equal to Krishna in quality, and therefore it's not a derogatory term. It's just showing that we are part and parcel, and we are just part and parcel. Again, we are part and parcel, as in very glorifyingly I'm saying that, and just part and parcel. Yet we are just the part and parcel. Krishna is like everything. So everyone is to comply with his order. Just recently I've seen one video of Srila Prabhupada where he explains that you just need to know that you're a tiny little screw in one huge machine, and you just need to do your part there. That's it. If you know that, you have to comply with what you're made to do. That's it. There is nothing else you need to know. There is no one who can deny the Lord's order. Everything happens on his order, and he gives everyone limited freedom to go out and explore, and then he calls you back. He's like, come back, enough of all your self-explorations. So request to withdraw the fearsome form and reveal the form of as Supreme Personality of Godhead. So where are we? We are on text 45, which we've already done. We're just going through it. Arjuna's request to see the four-handed form. So now we are seeing how Arjuna is going to request for the to see four-handed and two-handed forms. So different Narayanas are named according to different configurations of the four-hand. This is actually very technical. It indicates that Arjuna is afraid and joyful simultaneously. Joyful because he's gladdened by knowing his friend's opulence as Supreme Personality of God. So he's glad actually that Krishna is the Lord, and he's glad about it. He's not envious, right? He loves Krishna. He's not envious at all. So he's happy to see his friend's opulence and his friend's ability to show the universal form, and to see that his friend Krishna is actually the Lord. But he's also afraid because of so many offenses that he had done. Like he thought, maybe I've made some mistake. Krishna is like Lord, and the universal form is a temporary form, but Vaikuntha form of Krishna, the transcendental four-handed form of Krishna in Vaikuntha, and also the two-handed original form of Krishna in Goloka, these are all permanent. Krishna can assume any form, as he is asked here to show his Narayana form. So in 11.46, what we can see is, Arjuna is continuing, right? Arjuna is continuing. Kiritinam gadinam chakrahastam ichhami tvam drashtumaham tathaiva teneva rupena chaturbhujena sahasrabahu bhava vishwamurte. So he says, oh universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in your four-armed form. So he actually has been seeing Krishna in his two-handed form, but he expresses a desire. Can I see that four-handed Narayana form also? With helmeted head, club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form as well. So now we can see that Krishna has, after this dialogue spoken by Arjuna, Krishna will withdraw his universal form and show Arjuna his four-armed form, and finally back to his two-armed form. And Krishna's two-armed form can be directly seen only through pure, undivided devotional service. It can be seen though, so there is hope. So 11.47, Arjuna is saying, the Supreme Personality of Godhead starts speaking. 11.47, Krishna is speaking. Shri Bhagavan Vacha Maya Prasanne Natavarjunedam Rupam Param Darshitamatma Yogat Tejomayam Vishwamanantamadyam Yanme Twadanyena Drishtapurvam. So Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, happily I have shown you by my internal potency, supreme universal form within the material world. No one before you has ever seen this primal form, unlimited and full of glaring effulgence. So we had seen like thousands of suns are equal, right? It's glaring effulgence. And then he says in 11.48, oh, best of the Kuru warriors, no one has seen this universal form of mind by studying the Vedas. It's not possible to see this form of Krishna if you sit and study all the Vedas or simply perform sacrifices, charities, or similar activities. Can this form be seen? It cannot be seen by any of these. And only you have seen this, O Arjuna. So this beautiful. And then he's showing his four-handed, beautiful Paramatma form to, or Narayana form to Krishna, to Arjuna. And 11.49, we have Krishna saying, Mate vyatha cha vimudha bhavo drishtva rupam ghoram idring mamedam vyate pabhihi pritamana punastvam tadeva me rupamidam prapasya. So you have been perturbed and bewildered by seeing this horrible feature of mine. Now let it be finished, my devotee. Be free again from all disturbances. With a peaceful mind, you can now see the form you desire. And now Sanjay is telling Dhritarashtra. Sanjay is actually giving a warning here. He says the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, while speaking thus to Arjuna, he displayed his real four-arm form, and at last he showed his two-arm form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So Dhritarashtra is kind of telling him, see, the Lord is on their side. And he's trying to remind him that. And when Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, "O Janardana, seeing this human-like form so very beautiful, I am now composed in my mind and I am restored to my original nature." And then we have in 11.52, Krishna will again say, "My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even demigods, they are all seeking the opportunity." So demigods are all these people who are in control of these natural elements, and they are also, all the time kind of meditating on the Lord, because the Lord gives them the power to do whatever they are doing. And so they're all the time meditating, and yet they are like longing to see this two-handed form of Krishna. They are also seeking the opportunity to see this form of Krishna, which is so very dear. It's not easy to behold Krishna. The form you're seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood you by studying the Vedas. I think we've done this 11.53. It's not by these means that you can see me. And 11.54. 11.54, we have the Lord speaking again. The Lord is saying, Bhaktya Tvananya, Bhaktya Tvananya Shakya Ahamevan Vidhorjuna, Jnatum Drashtum Cha Tatvena, Pravishtum Cha Parantapa. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am. Bhaktya Tva Ananya. There should be Ananya Bhakti. You should have undivided devotional service. Only then you can understand Krishna standing before you, and thus can be seen directly. And only this way can you enter into the mysteries of understanding Krishna. So only when we have undivided devotion, like constantly we are doing some sort of devotional service. How do we do devotional service constantly? What is devotional service? Devotional service is basically offering all the things which we are accepting through our senses to Krishna. So you are you are accepting that Krishna is a master of senses, and everything you do you're offering, and you're remembering him all the time, his names, forms, pastimes, and everything. And every single thing that you do, you offer it to Krishna. So that is the way you are undivided. And then you can that is easier to do when you chant every day. So when you're chanting your rounds daily, in the especially in the Brahma Muhurta, if you're able to do it, then the rest of the day the mood of remembering Krishna will pervade whatever you do. Even when you go to your workplace, or you're busy with your family and your children or your friends, that mood will pervade all that. And you'll be able to remember his names, time and again. In every gap, you'll be able to remember his names. And then that, when you have it undivided, and then even when you're on your own, you keep some non-negotiables. For example, I will light the lamp, or I will see the morning prayer, or keep different things by which somehow or the other. So it's nice also to have your deities at home, because that helps you constantly serve him and remember him, and serve him and remembering, okay, now it's early morning, let me bathe my Laddu Gopal, or whatever you, or you let me have, those who don't have Laddu Gopal, you have just a picture, or you're cooking something, you offer it to him. So you make Krishna a part of every second of your life, and try to remember him every time. And when you do that, Krishna will reveal his mysteries, and you will be allowed to enter into the mysteries of understanding Krishna. And 11.55 is the last verse of this chapter, where Krishna says, Mat karma krin mat paramo, mad bhaktah sanghavarjitah, Nirvairah sarvabhuteshu yah samameti pandava. So he says, my dear Arjuna, one who is engaged in my pure devotional service. So if you're able to engage yourself in Krishna's pure devotional service, that is unalloyed, you mean by that, what we mean by that is first class devotional service actually means when you have absolutely no material desires whatsoever. That's a tough thing, but then Krishna is not cheap. You have to do that, only then you can have him. You have to be with no material desires. So there's a verse in Nectar of Devotion which goes like this: Anyabhilashita shunyam. Every other desire other than serving Krishna is shunyam, zero. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhanavritam. You also have to give up jnanam. What is jnanam? All the knowledge that you have gained related to monastic philosophy, you need to give up all that. Otherwise, you can't have devotional love for Krishna. You also have to give karma. What is karma? Fruitive activities. Okay, if I do this, I'll get this. If I do this, so all those by which you feel, okay, let me do this because I want that result. So this attachment to result should also disappear. So anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmadhanavritam anukulena krishna anushilanam. So anukulena, just as Krishna desires, you're going to be doing everything. So when you remember him all the time, automatically whatever you do or say becomes just the way Krishna desires. You are tuned to the Lord of the universe. So Anukulena Krishna, that is the Bhaktir Uttama Uchyate. Anukulena Krishna Anushilanam Bhaktir Uttama. So Bhaktir Uttama, Uttama Bhakti, pure and first class devotional service happens only in such a condition. You have to be free from contaminations of previous activities. All your previous activities of so many births. How can you be free from it? Simply by chanting. In the Kali Yuga, only need to chant. We should become free from mental speculation. Like I told you, this jnana or all these different monastic philosophy, and there's so many theories, what is real, what is unreal, and all these different things which are so mind-boggling. You have to give up all that. You have to simply surrender and love the Lord. And so, Nirvaira Sarva Bhuteshu. And then such a devotee, once you become like that, we will see in chapter 12 also tomorrow. Once you reach that state, you will automatically become friendly to every living entity. You will not have any sort of envy or hatred for anyone or anyone, because you just become friendly. You see Krishna in everyone. And such a person, Krishna says, Yes, Mameti Pandava. And then you will definitely come to me, you will come to Krishna. So here we can see the picture of Ajamila. Ajamila is down there, and the Vishnu Dutas are taking him back. When are they taking him back? After he has had a long life of so many ordeals. In his prime years, up to the around the age of 20 or 24 or something, he was a real position, because he allowed his mind and senses to get carried away by a prostitute. And then he because he gets carried away by her lures, he forgets his family, he forgets his wife, he leaves them all, and he leads a life full of sin. And but Krishna, knowing that he has done such a lot of devotional service, and he wants to give him a second chance, so he makes him name his last child Narayana. And then when he dies, at the moment of his death, when Yamadutas are coming, because he's led such a sinful life after that, he has been having like alcohol, and he has done theft, he has done all sorts of crimes that you can think of under the sun. He has done so many crimes, and Yamadutas are like, this person needs to be taken to go, undergo all the punishments. But then because he, at the moment of his death, he said the word Narayan. If you're able to remember just the name of the Lord at the time of your death, right? Vishnu Dutas immediately appeared and said, no, you can't take him. The Yamadutas were not allowed to take his soul, to give him all his punishments for the various misdeeds that he has done. And then the Vishnu Dutas give him a second chance. The Yamadutas had to go back, and they had to complain to Yama, this is what happened. And Yama says, there's no way if you can disturb someone who says the name of the Lord. at the moment of death. And then once he gets a second chance and he has seen, God has blessed him to see this whole conversation between the Vishnu Dutas and Yamadutas, and then he leads the remaining part of his life in complete devotional service. And in the end, you can see that he gets, this beautiful form, and he's going back with the Vishnu Dutas to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So then that's how we can see in this picture that once you start engaging in pure devotional service, that is Bhakti Uttama, and then you can be free from all previous activities and from mental speculation, and then you will become friendly to every living entity. Once you reach that high stage, you will automatically come back to the Lord. So that was the last verse. What are the characteristics of Ananya Bhakti? Mat Karma Krin. Always engaged in doing what Krishna wants you to do. Mat Paramo. You make Krishna the supreme goal. Nothing else is more important. Nothing and no one. You have to give yourself completely in surrender. Engage in my devotional service. Mat Bhakta. Sangha Varjita. Free from contaminations of fruitive acts and mental speculation. Nirvara Sarva Bhutanam. Friendly to all living beings. So only the most purified devotional service, free from jnana and karma, executed without envy, can bring one to the understanding of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So with that, we have come to the end of chapter 11. Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Offering obeisances unto all of you, Vaishnava devotees. Vaishnava devotees are like desire trees, and they can fulfill desires of everyone. They're full of compassion and for the fallen conditioned souls. So with that, we have come to the end of today's chapter 11. We have 10 minutes to go, but I think I'll start chapter 12 tomorrow, because chapter 12 is the last chapter of Bhakti, and so it's going to be like very fond experience to talk about chapter 12 as we come to the end of this level 2 Bhakti chapters, because after that from chapter 13 it is Jnana, although Jnana also leads to Bhakti only ultimately, but then there'll be a lot of discussion of a lot of theoretical and philosophical concepts from chapter 13. Chapter 12, that is tomorrow, we will enjoy once more the last the very Bhakti. We will see, especially what I like in chapter 12 are the last verses, which are called Priyashtakas, where Krishna will explain what kind of a devotee do I like the most. He'll say that, Priyosime, he says, I like this kind of devotee, and he will describe all the qualities. It'll be a lot of fun doing that. I don't know whether we'll reach to the last chapter verses tomorrow, but I think we'll start those tomorrow. We can end a little early today. My video has gone, is it? Okay. So, does anybody want to share something today? I think attendance, I will ask Ravi Prabhu to post tomorrow's attendance also. Let me check if he has messaged me. Sometimes, if he's unable to post, he will share the link with me. I'll just check that once. Anybody would like to share something about today's class, or you have some reflections or suggestions? Ravi Prabhu has not sent me the link. Hare Krishna. Anjali Mataji, Ruma Mataji, Jalpa Mataji, anything you would like to share?
No, Mataji, all good.
All good, okay.
All good.
Thank you. So we'll end the class. See you tomorrow again. Hare Krishna.
Tomorrow, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.